What's going on, guys? What's cracking? Out here in the garage right now, about to replace the Schrader valve inside of my tire because it's leaking. So let me show you here. So first off here, I went ahead and got a valve core tool and a 4-way tool with Schrader valves. So I can just use this little tool here, but this guy actually works a little better. It has a click mechanism in it too. Plus I'm like, might as well buy it. It's only a couple bucks. I'll keep this too because this is used if you need to rethread it. So what we're going to do today is take these out of the packages and fix the valves in both sides of the front. For some reason, these have always leaked. And listen to how bad this is. I mean, this is, wait for it. Yep, it's really, really bad. So I need to take those out. I'm gonna put the cap back on for right now. I'm sorry guys for the sniffling. My allergies are horrible. I can barely breathe today and I don't know why. So first thing you're gonna do is use a little tool here. If you'll see in there, you see it has like a little cupped area there. That gets around the valve seal itself. You twist it out and then you place it with one of these little guys here. Now this little tool it comes with can do this also, but that's just a little click style and it's a little bit nicer. This has a thread cleanup. If the threads are bad inside of there, that could be a possible issue, but I highly doubt it. So what you do is you just click it in and then twist these little guys in and that's it. It's pretty basic actually, pretty simple, but I'll set the camera up here and show you doing it as fast as I can. Put it in, I guess. Videos, that's how it looked at least. Sorry.
Well, it's not showing everything. That's what I mean. Like if I
Well,
go
better.
here to Target, it doesn't let me.
That's why I like that. Self-clicking.
And I know it's only in my head sometimes when you say to me that I'm not good enough. My mind's like a freak show. I know it's only in my head sometimes when you say to me that I'm not good enough, not good enough. My mind's like a freak show. And I know it's only in my head sometimes when you say to me that I'm not good enough. My mind's like a freak show. I know it's only in my head sometimes when you say to me.
Alright guys, so I got both the stems out. I had to do both my front wheels. I don't know why both the fronts have done this over time. It's been like this for a while. It wasn't leaking too bad, but the one on the driver's side has been getting worse and worse. I didn't even try tightening the ones that were inside there down because I think it's this one here. If we can show this here, can you see how bent that is? See that? Yeah, shit's fucked, guys. I mean, it's, won't even press down. That's why it wouldn't even work. This one's not as bad, but you can see it's also slightly bent. It's not bad, but it's enough. It does depress slightly. See, that one actually depresses. This one does not. Like, look. Yeah, junk. So that's weird that they were leaking like that, by the way. I'm enjoying myself an ice cold Keystone. I haven't said that in a while, so enjoying myself an ice cold Keystone out here right now. I wanted to show you guys something else. I want to see if you guys are interested in this. I want to see if you guys would like to see me try to figure out how to daisy chain my wastegates. So if you don't know what that is, let me explain here. So if you can see my wastegates lined, let me set my beer there, get my beer holder going. They're just silicone hose, right? See that? They're just silicone hose. And this has worked. I've had no issues. The only thing I do different from most people is the T's, I use these brass T fittings instead of using the plastic, just because I'm afraid the plastic's going to get too hot, cold, and snap and break. These don't. And the silicone seems to really hold up to legit anything. That's why I've never gone away. I mean, this literally rests against this and it has never burnt, never had an issue. I've never had a problem. But daisy chaining would look a lot better. So what you do is, I'd start at the bottom gate, you run one metal line up, then you would share this port here, then you'd have another side coming out, and it would go up to the Mac valve. Same here, you want to run from the bottom to this bottom. This is where it's going to get kind of ugly, because it's going to have to come up maybe to the side, and then maybe make another U down. I'd have to figure that out. The only thing that sucks with these precision wastegates, unlike TurboSmart, unlike Tile, they only have one top port. Tile has two top ports, so for that you can run it straight out the side and it looks all pretty and cool. Mine, I can't do that. It's the only downside of Precision's, which I never planned on doing this, so you know, it's one of those things. But now I am, and I'm like, damn it. So I did really want Turbo Smart wastegates, just because they're smaller and I think they look cool. Same with tiles look really cool. I think Precision wastegates are kind of bulky and ugly compared to the other ones on the market, but obviously these are a lot cheaper and they've never caused me an issue. They haven't faded, they haven't, nothing. I mean, on my tile wastegate, like the color has really faded badly. Even my bottom wastegate on this hasn't faded at all. So I've been really, really happy with them. All right, guys, we're gonna turn off the TV here. So I just started the car just randomly because I'm like, it's been 2 weeks or so since I've even turned it on or moved it. And two things I noticed. Well, let me just show you here first off. So get in the car here, and I still have the key ignition, and I'm not getting any warnings over here. Actually, let's turn it off completely. Well, that's good. So I did hear the idle air control valve seat itself, which is good. So that's a good sign. All right, make sure it's a neutral. Just hold the brake just in case. Turn it back on. All right, get out of this page. And you see air fuel says 14.7, right? When I turn this on, it should jump all around you, something crazy, right? The target, it should say like 13s to 14. You'll see, it ain't doing shit. So let me rev it here. So my air fuel ratio sensor, it looks like it finally shit the bed. So looks like it's time for a new sensor. It's been in there for quite some time. ED5 will really destroy your sensors, guys. So it's time for a new sensor. And I also noticed this. So the car has definitely a different little lope to it now. I think the car's reading all over the place. It sounds good, don't get me wrong. So much to try and find out where it needs to be because the sensor's not working. It's smoking a little bit too. So next thing I'm going to do is this. I did notice it is smoking a little bit. It ain't that cold out, so that is 100% smoke. One thing else I noticed is fuel's good. I didn't see any leaks, but I came over here. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. Definitely hear an exhaust leak. Hardcore, hear an exhaust leak. So I'm not sure where it's coming from. I'm gonna dig into it a little bit more, but this gives me some new fun content. Woohoo! I'm also gonna check the trunk here to see how the wiring's doing because I am going to H2O. Before I turn the car off though, I wanna get this idle for you, this low. Listen. But yes, you guys did hear that right. I'm going to H2O. I've never been, and I never really wanted to go, but unfortunately, coronavirus, as Cardi B would say, kind of screwed me. It's not really what I wanted to be doing. I'm more of a cruise week kind of guy, and the fact that, is it neat seeing all the ratchet stuff from H2O? Kind of. But it's just not for me. I kind of like, I'm the old man that gets up early in the morning. I like watching the cars go across the boardwalk. I like drinking my coffee. I'm more of an early riser. I'm not a 2, 3 a.m. guy doing ratchet shit person. I'm just not. I'm old. I just don't like that stuff. So I'm gonna give it a shot just because I don't really have any other choice. I'm actually kind of scared to even take my car because with COVID, this gives them even more chance to be like, oh, you guys shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be hanging in the parking lots. I'm legitimately worried that they're going to kick us all out of anything we do because it's going to give them every right to do so. Under Governor Larry Hogan right now, you can't have groups only so large. So this gives them every reason to be like, get out, get out, get out. Luckily, the place we're staying at, which is up on one of the higher streets, has a massive parking lot, so we can have people there, and they can't tell shit because it's private property for that. And we're paying for it, so they can lick my balls. So that is the one nice thing. But I'm kind of stoked. I'm hoping to see a couple people there and enjoy it. Just myself going and then some friends. Let me know down in the comments, who's all going? Have you guys been before? What do you guys think of the event? Is it a little too crazy? Is it not crazy enough? Let me know down in the comments what you guys think. Last thing I'll say here too, I know guys, you're probably wondering where my wife's car at. It's still at Beaver's Auto Body right there. It's just, her car is a side project. It is something they get to in their spare time. So I cannot complain, and I'm not complaining. So everyone that keeps asking me, that's where it's at. It's got a lot of work done, like I showed you in the past. It's just that they've been so busy with that being a side project, they just haven't had a lot of time to work on it. So that's there, they're gonna get to it, so don't worry, it's going to happen. Once they do get time and it's a finished product, I can't wait to put it back together. I'm gonna have probably 30 videos for that car putting it back together, you know, depending what it is, because it's so involved. I'm just so excited to get it back. I know my wife was a little bit more excited until recent events, so we'll see. It should be interesting to have. I'm pumped. Thank you guys again for tuning in and staying here. I know the videos lately haven't been this craziest as usual, not showing the build videos. I'm getting all these tools. I've got the lift. I've got all these new tools you guys have been seeing. Capri Tools was also kind enough to send me out some more stuff. So I had this Wilton vise I just got, which is pretty beastly, but Capri was kind enough to send me this big boy. Now look at that. And then look at this. If you look at them side by side, they're not even close. I haven't bolted this down yet. They've got this one, which is a 6-inch, rotates. You got your pipe jaws on the bottom. It is, I mean, look how, now look at this. Here's 3 fingers right here, right? Yeah, this thing is massive. This is actually ductile iron also. So it should take a beating. It's supposed to be 60,000 PSI. That one's only 30,000 PSI. So the difference in PSI alone, the strength of it is double of that. I think this breaks, or I think it's supposed to last to like 7,000 pounds of force. And I think that one's like 3,000. So that one's still gonna be better than my Harbor Freight. This one should be insane. And now they have another one that is forged steel that I'd like to get from them too. And try that. I gotta stop saying too, annoying. They also sent me out a full set, which I can't believe, guys. I never had a 1/2-inch impact set, or really any impacts. I just never really used them. I always use chromies, which you never should do. So I got these, and they were kind of sending that out with a Western Machine rail to go with them. I prefer these plastic ones just because it kept it nicer and tighter. These metal ones that come in handy though, I'm using it for those there, my gear wrench stuff. They also sent me these swivels, which are pretty dope. I've never seen, or and again, I'm not a real mechanic in that aspect, so I didn't know they made impact swivels, so I'm pretty hyped on these to give these a shot. It's 3/8. 1/2 inch is usually too big. If you're using a swivel, it's usually for something that's tighter. I might even try getting 1/4 inch, because 9 times out of 10, I need something small when you're doing a swivel. So pretty dope. I like these versus using attached ones because you get obviously more room because you don't have the attachment plus the socket then. This gives you usually about an extra inch, which when working in a tight spot, it's a big deal. So pretty cool, pretty happy with that. Again, Capri Tools, if you guys want to check them out, I'll have it listed down below, or you can swipe up here. Again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in today. If you're going to H12, let me know down in the comments. If you're going, I want to know who's going there, which street you're going to be on. I think we're on like 99th Street. Don't quote me on that. We're on like 99th Street, Oceanside. I know that. So it should be a pretty fun time, guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace. Before I finish off the video here, guys, one last thing I wanted to go over and show you here is update on the fuel system. If you guys were around a little while back, I was having issues with my fuel pump wiring burning up. And at first I thought it was a switch here, but that actually ended up being fine. That was my grounds. Those ended up being fine. It ended up being just the wiring for my the fuel pumps itself just wasn't big enough. And it ended up being because the 525 pumps are not designed to be ran all the time. They're designed to be a secondary. I have 2 of them, one running as a primary, one running as secondary, but it's not designed to run all the time. So the wiring that I had before just wasn't big enough. So now I have 10 gauge wiring running to both of them, which is technically overkill. 14 gauges what I had before, 12 should have been fine. We went to 10 just to be safe, and I haven't had any issues. I just took the fuses and the relays out. All completely fine. So Jose Valle Kaizen Motorsports, you can see right there, makes this bad boy. I don't know if he's going to be opening to sell it to the public yet, but I've been doing testing. I've got a good bit of miles on it now, and I've had not one single issue. So that makes me really, really happy. And I guess from here, all I have to do is do a little bit more and hope for the best.